Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Vanessa Veronica. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new, welcome, join my team, subscribe. If you're a returner, thanks for coming back. Today's look is more spring inspired. I have my pink on, one of my favorite colors, and I kind of wanted to pair it with a little bit more of like a bold eye look. So I got some glitter, some brown, something still warm, contrasting with kind of like a cool glitter. So played along with the kind of those colors. So if you're curious, stick along and let's just hop into it. Off the bat, I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Concealer in the color Light Sand. So just taking some of this. And I am looking a little tired lately. It's been a little busy. And I'm gonna need a little help from my makeup friends, aka Milk Makeup right now. And I'm just taking a wet sponge and just dabbing that. Yeah, this spring, I don't know what it is, but I have been so tired, and I don't know if it's because like I'm a little busier at work and hitting busy season, and like the change of temperature, which I think that's what it is, just like the change of seasons. I tend to be very sensitive, and my coworker the other day, I was like talking to her, and she's like, Vanessa, you're very in tune with nature. And I was like, huh, well, that's an interesting take. I didn't really think about that, but it's very true. In the fall, I also get very kind of moody, and so I suppose I'm in tune with nature. So for the rest of the face, I'm going to do the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I haven't used this in a little bit, but I did get some color. It's been getting a little warmer, so my walks, my runs, and stuff like that outside. I've definitely been using some sunscreen just to protect the skin. And this also has SPF in it. No, this does not have SPF in it, but if you're gonna be outside, make sure you put some SPF on. Okay. So if you know me, you know that I like to put my face makeup with my fingers first, and then kind of go in with a sponge to smooth everything out. Because we put concealer here, I'm trying to avoid those spots just so that there's not too much caking. All right, so I'm taking the wet sponge again and just kind of dabbing that along everywhere. And making sure things are blended nicely. For liner, I'm gonna go in with the Marc Jacobs Brown. This is, or it's called Truffle'd, but it means brown. Again, this is just kind of like my everyday type of process where I do line, gotta concentrate, the top and the bottom before I start the rest of my makeup, just to prevent any smudging. I'm gonna take this brush right here. This is by Morphe, and I think it doesn't have a number, but it's just like a little shader brush. It's really soft. And I'm gonna go in with the color Cream. This is from the Lorac palette. I just kind of use this as like a base. And we're going to just kind of not only set that concealer, but we're also just adding a nice little canvas to start off with. I like to bring this lighter color up to my brow bone as well, just to kind of like, again, clear everything out. It also kind of highlights that area without having to actually like contour or highlight the eyebrow area. 2 in 1, you know. We got places to go, people to see, concerts to sing to. So I'm going to use the Jacklyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette by Morphe. It looks like this on the inside. I'm going to start on the corners with Smooth Criminal and potentially go in with Proud. And I almost want to do tape, but I'm not going to. I like to stamp it first, just to kind of get a base. And we're gonna bring it into the corners to start, or into the crease rather, sorry. And I'm gonna start to flick it up as well. At an angle. And because I really want to make things blended, I'm going to grab like a more rounded dome brush that's empty with no color and just kind of bring this upward and also blend in. With an angle brush, I'm going to go in with the color Prow, the darker brown, and go under the waterline and just set that liner and do the bottom lid basically. Also just going to stamp the top to add a little definition. And I'm gonna stop right in the half, right where the pupil is, like that middle part. And I just slightly kind of like did a little dip just to maybe like wing it out a little bit. And this really does depend on your eye shape. So just try to flick it outward and follow kind of where like a diagonal from this is how I'm not making any sense. All right, I usually go like mentally think about putting a line this way and then flicking it at an angle that way. So that was it. I do want to add some glitter because what would Coachella be without any glitter? And in the springtime, if you're on a night out, glitter is always fun, and so that's kind of what this look is going for. I'm just gonna grab my finger for this, my ring finger. And we're going to just dab it. This is by Makeup by Mario, and it's the Master Crystal Reflector Highlighter. But I've never used it to highlight the face. I've always only used it for the eyes. And with a small little detailed kind of brush. This one is more like a liner. This is a fine liner brush, but I'm just going to bring some shimmer into the corners. This is VIP by Morphe palette again. So brown with a silver kind of accent to the shadows. They're very much contrasting. Usually brown is paired with gold and they kind of go together, they marry well together. This is a little bit more like contrasting where they kind of fighting, you know, but I think when you do put them together in this manner, it does kind of create a nice little special effect that you can use for any kind of special event. Again, thinking about going to a concert and when you want to kind of have your makeup elevate a little bit more or speak a little bit louder. If you know me, I'm an everyday kind of gal, very simple, very basic. I'm not like a loud makeup person, not that there's anything wrong with that. From time to time, I'll go for it and like have fun with it, but I like things that are a little bit more like subtle, a little more soft. It just is a little bit more my style. And so that's that. Let's go in with some mascara. I'm just going to take a lash curler and curl the lashes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I usually just count to like 3 and make sure that they curl. So I have a Volume R.E.M Beauty mascara that's like volumizing as opposed to the lengthening. So let's try this first and see. I've given this mascara multiple tries and I can't really say that I'm the biggest fan. Love Ariana, however, I don't know how I feel about her makeup line. Let me know if you've encountered the same experience. Or maybe it's just this. I've tried this. I've tried, her lip stain's pretty good. And I think I bought something else recently. I just can't remember. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Giorgio Armani A blush in the color 54. And I figured I chose this color because it matches my top a little bit. It's definitely in the expert face brush technique. And I'm bringing the blush I started right on my cheekbone and bring it into the temples at an angle, giving it a lifted look. If you want more of like a baby doll innocent look, I would kind of go for more just centered focus and not bring it upward. To even it out. And I'm gonna put some on my nose. After all, sun is finally coming back. I'm gonna go in with the Elaluz bronzer, and I'm just going to put a little bit here. I don't really bronze too much on the forehead, cheekbone, tiny bit on the nose. Only because, I think I mentioned this before, but I do have like natural shadows. Alright, taking the dome brush, we're just going to kind of blend this nose part first. Going back in with the same brush, the Real Techniques one, and just kind of blending this out. I do like to bring it into a little bit more like the hair, just so that it looks a little natural. Okay, let's go ahead and set the face. So I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. It is a foundation. It gives you a little extra coverage, but it is light enough. And depending on the brush that you use like a lighter, fluffy brush to give you a lighter application, or you can use something more dense to give you more coverage if this is your primary kind of setting or like foundation or setting powder. This is not really setting powder, again it's foundation, but I do want a little more coverage, and I'm going in with a light hand. So I'm just gonna kind of put that slightly like that. You don't want to use this on the under eye area to set though. You definitely want to use a regular translucent powder or setting powder if that's your game plan. Grabbing just like a little brush, anything that you want. Going in with Glamour of BS from the Nestin BITC Face Palette. And I'm just going to put some on the tip of the nose. Just gonna, oh, my eyebrows. What the heck? Nobody told me my eyebrows were sticking up. I did do them, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that prior to beginning this video. Just gonna put some here. I have to ask my little sister which highlighter she used last time we went out, and it looks really good. And I don't know if it's like because her complexion, she's a little tanner than I am naturally, but it looks like she's glowing from within. And I have to ask her what it is and if I can try it, because I forgot to tell her like it looked really good. We are almost done. We just have the lips left, and I think I want to do like a brownie pinky lip. I'm going to go in with NYX Lip Liner. This is in the color Rose. It definitely is pink. Whoa, I'm just dropping everything today. Might be the caffeine. Okay. My lips are very dry too. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with the Buxom Full Force Dream Coat lipstick. Question of the day, do we gloss it? Do we not gloss it? I don't know. I kind of like this kind of like matte-ish lip color going on because you do have some glitter in the eyes. However, again, if you want to go all out and you want a little shine, a little gloss, by all means pop it on. I think that finishes this look. Yeah. Okie dokie, I think that pretty much concludes this look. Let me know what you think about the look, if you enjoyed it, what you would do differently. I really did actually end up liking the way that it came out. And aside from that, if you have any questions or comments regarding process, procedures, products, as always, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get to you there. Again, if you haven't already, join my team, subscribe. I'd love for you to join me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.